The best investment you can make. The best investment you can make. That's going to be the subject for today. I'm going to say hello to all my my chat people, my inner circle people, also the super chatters. I just got off a Zoom with an incredible guy named Charlie, so I'm pretty pumped up. So hi Bill, hi Jody, how are you? Hey Kai, hi Craig, hi Vernay. Great to have you. Love and appreciate you, Vernay. Thank you so much for the message today. Hi Shauna, Shauna. Yeah, there you go. And wow, we're already there. So hi Matthew, Deborah. Katie, Scott, Arthur, Melody, love and appreciate you. Hi, Mary. Was talking a bunch about you today. So here we get going. All right. Hello, buddy. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's subject, the best investment that you can make. The best investment that you can make. Now, for some of you that's been around me forever, you know what the answer to that immediately is, and that's you. And one of the things I really want to focus on today is there's really something weird that happens in the world that allows people to get information and opinions and training from people that are not documented. And I know that this comes from not believing in yourself, not feeling like you're enough, not feeling like you're deserving. There's all kinds of stuff that the way that we really pick out people to listen to are people that, for whatever reason, just seem to be more excited, maybe more enthusiastic, or more confident than us. And, so there's a saying that it says that the best investment that you can make in in life, of course, is in your mind, building your awareness. Jim Rohn said it best, you should be working harder on yourself than anything else, right? So it's a constant building of this awareness. The problems with the world is that a majority of the people are learning their information from people that shouldn't be giving it. But we live in an age where everyone can be a life coach. We live in an age where everyone that is, can build a YouTube channel. Anyone can say, hey, listen, I've made money in the past. And it's funny, all they got to say is, I was the number one income earner in a company. And no one takes the time to ever check to see if that's true. The thing that I love about one of the things I learned from my mentor is, and you guys know that it's how do you know that? How do you know that? How is that working? So you got all these people that are constantly telling you, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm reading this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And we all love to help other people. But no one ever says, hey, hang on. Before you start telling me what to do, can you share with me a person that you shared this with or taught them to do this and held their hand and showed them how to do this and they got results? See, it's crazy to me that not only is it the best investment that you can do is make an investment in you, but the best wisdom. See, people are saturated with knowledge, but they're starving for wisdom. And why is it that the people that have the wisdom that you seek don't charge any money for it? Don't you find that interesting? Is that the people that have the answers? So you guys know how many times I've talked about, Star Wars, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not. But it all starts out with the hero's journey, right? And the hero's journey is all about, Luke Skywalker, that, something happened to his parents. He's not really sure what. He's now with his aunt and uncle, and he just doesn't feel like anybody else. He and it doesn't take much to feel like nobody else. All you got to do is have this much hope, this much dreaming, this much vision, and immediately a person that's trying to become more than who they already are definitely doing the opposite of the rest of the 90% of the world. Because 90% of the planet is conformity and learned hopelessness and doing as little as possible. And so, if you are all of a sudden a dreamer and you want to do a little more for you and your family than showing up and getting a paycheck, Jim Rohn's statements is one of my incredible mentors. And I never forget the part where his mentor, Earl Shove, said to him, listen, you got to go get this information. You need to go get this information. And he said, I can't afford it. And his phrase was, you can't afford not to. And Jim Rohn goes, no, 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 you don't understand. I don't have any money in my bank account. Zero money in my bank account. And Earl Show said to him, wait a minute, Jim, are you telling me that everyone in your company gets paid the same amount of money? No, that's not true. What do you mean? Is there people that make more money doing the same thing that you do? Yeah. Why? Why would a company pay somebody more money than they pay you? Well, that's a good question. Well, that's why I asked it. These people get paid more because they're more valuable. Did you hear that? They're more valuable because part of the knowledge and wisdom that you need is going through the hero's journey of finding the right people with the right wisdom. See, that's why they always say a majority of the people don't win. They don't win not only in marketing, they don't win as personal development coaches, they don't win and as a football player. If you always look at all the statistics, including the IRS, there's only 5% of the people in the United States that make over $200,000. And there's less than 1% that make over $1 million. And see, so some of you are going like, well, does that mean that, going to college and getting a degree and then getting a job, are you trying to say that that's a scam? For some people. What if colleges were forced to not just show the names of the people that were successful, but how many students have actually gone to their college that didn't finish? How many people started college and didn't finish? How many people started college and finished, got a degree, but are currently not using that degree to earn income? See, if we had learned those statistics, then everything's a scam. So my thoughts were this: if there is this 99%, 1%, that was the, Occupy Wall Street movement. Bill, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for being a super chatter. The kids will love it. But here's the thing. If there really is this 99, 1%, not only in the United States and the world, I could either be a part of the 99% and get into that injustice. And why do all these CEOs and all these owners of companies in a capitalist country, why don't I, go after them? Let's get them to change. Let's get the world to change. Or I could just find out what the 1% is doing and do my very, very best each and every day to be a better person, learning from people that are documented, because I learned the wisdom to make sure to ask people, listen, is this individual that I'm following and listening to, are they documented in helping other people? See, because if you want to learn something, right? Don't you want to learn from people that have documentation that they've helped other people get in the same place or even better place than them? See, I have students, I have people that I've mentored and trained that has made way more money than me. See, that should be the first thing, right? So, like, one of my favorite coaches, of course, in basketball, or coaches of all time, is Phil Jackson. He graduated from the same high school that I did. See, it's not that he got a world championship ring, but like I've said before in other videos, he helped Michael Jordan get a ring, and Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman, and Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal. See, there's a different kind of mentorship. So, like Luke Skywalker, all of a sudden people kill his aunt and uncle. And his first goal is to find someone with a spacecraft to get them to where Yoda is. See, so in the movie, it's interesting that part of the hero's journey is seeking out the right mentor. And then you hear later in the story that there's this other dude from the dark side, right? And they seem to be pretty powerful. So there's always this, thing that we want to learn from other people, but we don't want to take the time to find out if they're documented. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you, Arthur. Love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. So the greatest investment you can make is in you. And part of the journey is no longer listening to or duplicating things that people are doing just because they seem famous, or they're an influencer, or they're building a brand. Right? What if people were measured exactly like Phil Jackson or Yoda, right? It's like, how many people do you have that are using the force? Is there anyone that you can point to that you've helped get to the next level? And so, in almost everything, it's like people spend so much of their time and effort trying to be good at something that other people that are teaching that is not documented to work. When are you going to invest in yourself? And I'm talking about investment of research. I don't think I've ever said that. It's not investment in money. It's an investment in finding what you want in your vision. A vision inspires success in others now. And once you find that thing you want to create, for me, I just love this concept of helping other people get a payday, regardless of who they were, what their background was, um, what their education was. It was like, someone gave me an opportunity to help other people become aware of a way that they could supplement, double, and then replace their income and be free for the rest of their lives. And so I like the concept of helping people do that. And then I'm in a business model that's smarter than me, that actually pays me on how many people I get paid. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. So when people come to me with business opportunities, or you should be a life coach, or you should be a brand, which I've done all those things, I never thought about the thing that I'm sharing with you right now. I paid millions. I'm not exaggerating. Not at all. I paid millions of dollars on hiring the best trainers and coaches, never asking myself if that's what I wanted to do. So see, as soon as I did that, and I found out I couldn't help other people get to that place, see, I could make money doing anything. But if I'm going to make money from people and they pay me money for coaching and training, or my book, that's why I give away my book for free. So if people are going to pay me money to do that, right, then I want them to get a return on their investment. And so, like college, if people go, it's not my fault if you bought the course and didn't execute it and plan it. Um, no, I don't buy that theory. So you guys can talk to Craig, my wife, my son Matthew that's on here. I am not an individual that is going to sell training and sell packages of product to earn income. I'd rather have a lot of people like me when I first got involved in this industry with no money and no electricity, getting kicked out of my apartment with the repo man following me around. I'd rather find people like, Tomas Adam and Laszlo and Shandor and Judith and Joshua Daramella. I'd rather find people that understand that there's a little bit of learning and applying in this, but once they figure it out, they'll never need a job for the rest of their lives, and now they can just teach other people how to do that. So the best investment that you can make is researching the people that have done the things that you want to do in your life. And please take the time to learn from only documented people that have helped other people. I'll leave you with the story. I've shared it with on other videos, but it's just so damn important. Um, I learned from a guy named my sensei was Mr. Ree. Mr. Ree in LA in the San Fernando Valley, Karate Kid for real. Um, he was in the martial arts movies. I mean, Mel Gibson in the movies Lethal Weapon. And the Asian people that were fighting in that movie were people that I learned to do martial arts from. And so also Benny the Jet Bakitas, these are names that you don't know because this was 40 years ago. But there's always been something inside of me that I always wanted to learn from the very best. And so when you learn from people that are not only documented, but I got to spar with Superfoot Wallace. I got to spar with Chuck Norris, got my ass beat, you know, but I got to hang around these people. So I fell in love with martial arts. And of course, now when I get a little older and have, sons, now Matthew and Kyle, I get them involved in martial arts. So my goal was not to find a sensei or a teacher that had a bunch of awards, but their students got a bunch of awards. You see the difference in that? And so I did my research all the way around, and I found this guy named Terrell Bracken. Great guy, great guy. Uh, just a great guy. So when I go to him and I turn my children over to him, Matthew and Kyle, to teach them, all of a sudden they're doing really, really well, and they become assistant trainers. They go all the way, up to, like brown belt. And all of a sudden we start going to tournaments that we want to compete, because judo and taekwondo are both in the Olympics. So I get this crazy deal. Why can't we get them in the Olympics? The very next thing that I did to really help my son is I found out a guy named Steven Lopez. Steven Lopez is a 2-time gold medal winner in Taekwondo for the United States. He lives out of Texas. So see, I did my research and found out about who he was. I then reached out to him, and I got all the videotapes that he was doing on teaching his students so that I could get my children, my sons, to learn from an Olympic gold medalist. See, I don't want to learn how to teach my sons. I need my sons to learn from the very, very best. So then when we go to tournaments, there's really no one that could beat my sons in sparring. But when it came down to doing katas, the movements, what they call like patterns, my sons competed in that. And then the people that were judging them would pull me to the side and they go, "I can't tell you how great your sons are. They're amazing." I said, "Awesome." And he goes, "But um, we can't give them an award. I'm going, what are you talking about? And he said, Robert, they're doing the right moves, but they're not doing it in the right sequence. They're not doing it the certain way that Cookie One, Taekwondo, the original art from Korea, they're not doing that way. So if they're not doing it correctly, even though they're doing the moves awesome, if they're not doing them in the right sequence, then we got to say that it's not the right sequence. I can't tell you how pissed off I was at myself because I seen that this guy, Terrell Bracken, was teaching my sons, but I didn't know that he was teaching his own style called fusion martial arts. So not only did I feel like I had the right mentor, but I also felt like I found the right mentor for my children, my sons. And they didn't spend a couple of weeks with him, they spent years with him. So now it's time for them to go to their black belts. So I make mistakes in my life. This is probably without a doubt one of the biggest. And so then I go to the Cookie One in Korea and find out who is a master and a sensei in the United States. And the closest place to us was Rapid City, South Dakota. I think that's probably 10-hour drive from Billings, Montana. So I pack up my sons and my wife. We go all the way to Rapid City to meet a master in Cookie One Taekwondo. He not only helps my kids get to know what they need to do, told them exactly what they do. They're already know the stuff. They just got to do the sequence in the right way. Then I talked him into coming to Billings every once in a while to do black belt testing for people that wanted to be Cookie One black belts. Then I went back to every instructor that worked for Terrell Bracken and told them what I found out. And all of a sudden, we did a AMA, I think she was on. But Sherry Moore, she then decided to leave Terrell Bracken as a black belt and start her own studio. And then we pulled other people out of there, including Matthew and Kyle. So now she gets recertified as a Cookie One black belt. And then the master comes to Billings, and he's the one that tested my sons. So now they have a Cookie One black belt that then qualified them for the Junior Olympics. So I told you this story because we can all have the right intent. We all want to do not only the best for us and our families, but we also want to do the best for the people that are following us. And you got to just be honest that you're a human being. And, you know, people will say, well, you don't know how much time and money that I've invested. Again, best investment. I've already invested a lot of time and a lot of effort learning from other people. And I just don't believe that I want to stop doing that stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of branding. I'm going to do a little bit of website. I'm going to do a little bit of email marketing. I'm going to do a little bit of advertising. I'm going to do all these little things from all these different styles. And see, we're not willing to say that not only don't I have results, but my people are not getting results. So when do you just finally say enough's enough? I'm not living like this anymore. And you find the right mentor, the right person with the right wisdom. Scrap everything else and learn that way. Because as soon as we learn that way, then I took Matt and Kyle, Terry and I to tournaments, and now they got gold medals. Now they're getting gold medals all the time, maybe a silver and a bronze. Now they're winning trophies. Now they're standing on the podium. All because I was willing to admit that I've been following the wrong person. And I brought my sons into that. And then once I found out, see, ignorance means you don't know that you don't know. We've all been there. We all continue to be there. So ignorance means you don't know that you don't know. But when you do know, right? When you do know, see, you can blame everyone and you can be a victim and you can live in learned hopelessness and not take personal responsibility, blaming everyone, making excuses, doing whatever. You can do that all up until someone tells you the right way to do it. Then, if you continue doing all the stuff that's not working, trying to teach other people stuff that doesn't work, now that's called stupidity. And that's what sort of got me passionate about the video I did yesterday, because there's more the worst kind of successes. It's people that are all excited doing things that, and see, the people that get met by you, and this is what I'm going to close with, and people are going to get a little butthurt on this. But I used to watch a show all the time with Matthew and my family, and it was Penn and Teller, the magic people, that do magic. And for a while, they did a show called Bullshit. So they would find things that other people would say that was true, and then they would, basically go through with their opinion and call it bullshit. The show was called Bullshit. And so here's something that I want to leave you with, and I hope it really, really hits you in the heart. All right? The problem with a lot of the world learning from people that don't know what they're doing just because they're more excited, right? See, the problem is when you tell somebody that's doing it because of their own motivation, but then the person that gets excited. So follow me through. There could be a person that would want to share with you how they thought you should do what they do. They just don't have any documentation, and you're not smart enough or wise enough to ask them to see not only their online banking of what they're depositing by doing what they're trying to share you, but more importantly, a story like Joshua Daramella, or a story like, Laszlo, in Budapest, Hungary, or Arpad in Romania. They don't have stories of people that they've helped, that have gone on to do the same things, if not more than what they've done. Following me? But people don't know that. But when that person gets enthusiastic and excited and tells somebody else the wrong ways of doing this business, then that person is sharing it with enthusiasm and faith and belief that it's actually true. So they're all out excited going, this is the way you do the business. This is what I learned. This is what you should do. I invested in a coach. I bought their books. I got to their courses. I went to their live trainings and seminars. This is what you should do. And they believe, even though they don't got results, and they've never taught anybody and ever duplicated anybody to ever get significant results. Let's talk about full-time income. According to the IRS, that's $5,000 a month consistently. My mentor told me that if someone can't show you 3 months of a consistent income that you want to earn, shut it down. Shut it down. Stop doing it. Stop teaching it. So when I found out that Terrell Bracken was teaching my son something wrong, shut it down. I messed up. Let's go find the right sensei, the right master from the right style. Stop everything that we're doing and now learn this. Then go tell everyone that's over there learning the wrong stuff. Just need to let you know that as you're learning stuff from this guy, if you ever go to a tournament, they won't have anything to do with you. Oh my God. Help Sherry Moore start her own martial arts studio so my sons would have a place to go to learn the right way to do it. Now they got black belts. Now they got cookie wand certificates from Korea hanging in their walls. I guess Matt doesn't do it anymore though. But the best investment that you can make is not only in yourself, but please do the research to find the right people. Did you know one of the people that Phil Jackson taught was a guy named Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr was one of the Michael Jordan teammates for the Bulls that won 2-3 back-to-backs. Win a championship, win a championship, win a championship. All of a sudden, NBA had a strike. They came back, won a championship, won a championship, won a championship. Steve Kerr was part of that team. Steve Kerr then became the coach of the Warriors. And now they beat the record of the Bulls. I think it was 72 wins in a season. They did 73. And now, Stephen Curry not only has an MVP award, but he also has multiple, I believe 5 world championships. Like, listen, when you find the right people with the right wisdom. So Steve Kerr won world championships underneath Phil Jackson. Takes that knowledge to the Warriors. Wow, it duplicates. So I hope you guys got some stuff out of this. The best investment that you can make is in you, but it needs to be from the right teachers. You can learn from Darth Vader. Luke, come to the dark side. There are people out there that don't do this business very ethically. And they can hype you up, man. Hey, they can hype you up. Hey, I'll leave that alone. Get you all hyped up. Come on, come on. So I love and appreciate you. We are doing our podcast today. And I believe, isn't it correct that we're doing the podcast on the best investment that you can make? How about we continue that? Is that what you guys want to do, visionaries? I appreciate you. So I love and appreciate you. I believe in you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. My mentors did that for me. Thank God. I found the right mentors. And then once I left my mentor, I found other mentors that I could learn from that have made billions a year. Not millions of years, billions of years. So yeah, my next goal is to have 1 million active people on a monthly basis, and I'll achieve it. I'd like to take you along on the journey. Love and see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.